Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We bow to the divine Vasudev, the eternal protector who dwells in all hearts. Tonight we journey through one of the most beloved hymns in Hindu devotion, the Dashvatara Stotra, the Song of 10 Incarnations. This sacred hymn flows from the heart of Jaydev, a 12th century poet saint from Odisha. His love for Krishna burned like temple flames. His words became the foundation of classical Indian dance, of Odissi tradition, of devotional poetry that still moves souls today. Jaydev wrote the Gita Govinda, a masterpiece of divine love. Within this great work lies a Dashvatara Stotra. Each verse celebrates one avatar of Vishnu. Each incarnation tells the story of cosmic protection, of dharma restored when the world tilts toward darkness. The very word avatar carries profound meaning. It means descent, the divine descending into our world. When evil grows too strong, when dharma weakens, Vishnu takes form. He walks among us. He restores balance. This is his eternal promise.
प्रलयापयोधि जले धृतावन असि वेदम विहिता वाहित्र चरित्रम अखेदम केशावा धृता मीना शरीरा जया जगदीश हरे.
In the waters of cosmic dissolution, you held the Vedas safe. Your fresh form moved tirelessly through the floods. Victory to you, Keshava, who took the form of Matsya. Hail to you, Lord of the universe. Picture the end of an age, the great deluge swallowing all creation. Only water remains. In those dark depths, a golden fish appears, massive beyond imagination. This is Matsya, Vishnu's first avatar, the cosmic fish who saved sacred knowledge itself. The demon Hayagriva had stolen the Vedas. Without these sacred texts, all wisdom would vanish. All dharma would disappear. Matsya dove deep into the cosmic ocean. He battled the demon. He rescued the Vedas. Knowledge survived. Truth endured. The fish represents life's beginning. In water, all existence starts. Matsya reminds us that even in destruction, preservation continues. Even in endings, new beginnings await.
क्षितिर इहा विपुलेटेर तिष्ठति तवा पृष्ठे धरनी धाराना चक्रगरिष्ठ केशावा धृता कूर्म शरीरा जया जगदीश हरे.
Upon your vast back, the earth stands steady. You are the support beneath Mount Mandala's weight. Victory to you, Keshava, who took the form of Kurma. Hail to you, Lord of the universe. The second avatar brings us to the great churning, Samudra Manthan, the ocean of milk being churned for nectar of immortality. Gods and demons work together. Mount Mandala serves as the churning rod. But who will support this massive mountain? Vishnu becomes Kurma, the cosmic tortoise. His shell provides the foundation, steady and unshakable. For 1,000 years, the churning continues. Kurma bears the weight without wavering. From this churning emerge treasures beyond counting. Lakshmi herself rises from the ocean. The nectar of immortality appears. The tortoise teaches us about foundation, about steady support beneath all movement. In our spiritual practice, we need this Kurma energy. Patient endurance, unmovable devotion.
वस्ती दसाना शिखरे धरनी तवालग्ना शशिनी कलंका कलेवा निमग्न केशावा धृता वरहा रूपा जया जगदीश हरे.
The earth rests upon your tusk's tip, like a dark spot upon the moon's bright face. Victory to you, Keshava, who took the form of Varha. Hail to you, Lord of the universe. Now comes Varha, the cosmic boar. The earth has been dragged to the bottom of the ocean. The demon Hiranyaksha has pulled our world into the depths. Darkness covers everything. Who can dive so deep? who can lift the earth itself. Vishnu takes the form of a great boar, powerful beyond measure. He plunges into the cosmic waters. He battles Hiranyaksha in the ocean's depths. His tusks pierce the demon. His strength lifts the earth. Picture this moment. The earth balanced on Varaha's tusk, rising from the dark waters like a jewel. Life returning to light. This is more than rescue. This is resurrection. The boar represents determined action. When dharma is buried deep, we must dig to find it. We must be willing to descend into darkness, to bring light back to the surface.
तवा करा कमलावारे नखम अद्भुत श्रींगम दलित हिरण्यकाशिपुतनुभृंगम केशावा धृता नरहरि रूपा जया जगदीश हरे.
In your lotus hand, the nail became a wondrous weapon. It tore apart Hiranyakashipu's body like a bee. Victory to you, Keshava, who took the form of Narsimha. Hail to you, Lord of the universe. The fourth avatar blazes with divine fury. Narsimha, half man, half lion, born from a pillar to protect his devotee. This is the story of Prahlad, a child whose faith never wavered, even when his own father became his greatest enemy. Hiranyakashipu had received a boon. He could not be killed by man or animal, not indoors or outdoors, not during day or night, not by any weapon. He thought himself immortal. He demanded worship. He tortured his own son for loving Vishnu. But divine love finds a way. Narsimha emerges, neither fully man nor animal. At twilight, neither day nor night. On a threshold, neither inside nor outside. With nails, not weapons, he destroys the unkillable demon. The lineman reminds us that divine protection has no limits. When devotion is pure, help arrives in forms beyond imagination. Faith can split pillars. Love can manifest miracles.
चलायसी विक्रमाने बलीन अद्भुत वामन पड़ानखानी राजनिता जाना पावना केशावा धृता वामन रूपा जया जगदीश हरे.
You deceived Bali through your wondrous dwarf form. The water from your toenail purifies all beings. Victory to you, Keshava, who took the form of Vaman. Hail to you, Lord of the universe. The fifth avatar teaches through gentle deception. Vaman appears as a young brahmachari, a student seeking alms. King Bali, though a demon, is generous and righteous. He promises to give whatever this small Brahman requests. Vaman asks for 3 steps of land. Bali laughs. How much can a dwarf's steps cover? He agrees gladly. Then Vaman reveals his cosmic form. His first step covers all the earth. His second step spans the entire sky. Where shall the third step fall? Bali realizes he has been blessed. He offers his own head. Vaman's foot touches the demon king's crown. From that touch, sacred water flows. The Ganga herself emerges from Vishnu's toe. This avatar shows us that size means nothing in spiritual realm. The smallest request can change everything. True greatness often comes in humble forms.
क्षत्रियरुधिरामाये जगदपगता पापम स्नप्यासी प्यासी शमिता भवतपम केशावा धृता भृगुप्ति रूपा जया जगदीश हरे.
You bathed the world in the blood of corrupt warriors. You cleansed it of sin with that purifying stream. Victory to you, Keshava, who took the form of Bhrigupti. Hail to you, Lord of the universe. The sixth avatar brings fierce justice. Parshuram, the warrior sage, born to a Brahman father and Kshatriya mother. He carries both wisdom and strength, both the sacred thread and the battle axe. In his time, the warrior class had become corrupt. They oppressed the innocent. They forgot their duty to protect. Parshuram's own mother was killed by an arrogant king. His father murdered for defending righteousness. 21 times, Parshuram cleared the earth of corrupt rulers. His axe never tired. His purpose never wavered. Only when Dharma was restored did he lay down his weapons. He retired to the mountains. He taught archery to future heroes. This avatar reminds us that sometimes destruction precedes creation. Sometimes the old must be cleared away before new righteousness can grow.
वितारसी दीकीशुराने डिक्पति कामनियम दशामुखामौलि बलीम रामनियम केशावा धृता रामा शरीरा जया जगदीश हरे.
You offered in battle the lovely heads of the 10 directions guardians. The beautiful tribute of Ravana's 10 heads. Victory to you, Keshava, who took the form of Rama. Hail to you, Lord of the universe. The 7th avatar embodies perfect dharma. Rama, the ideal king. The perfect son. The devoted husband. His story has shaped Indian consciousness for millennia. His name purifies the heart. When Ravana's 10 heads fall in battle, more than a demon dies. Arrogance itself is defeated. The 10 directions are freed from fear. Lanka burns, but it burns away impurity. What remains is righteousness. Rama's story teaches through every episode. His exile shows obedience to elders. His forest years demonstrate simple living. His search for Sita reveals devoted love. His war with Ravana establishes cosmic justice. The name Rama means joy itself. To chant it is to taste divine happiness. Millions have found peace in these 2 syllables. Rama, the sound that awakens love.
वहासी वपुषी विषादे वासनम जलदभम हाला 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 हलहलाधामम केशावा धृता कल की शरीरा जया जगदीश हरे.
Wait. Jaydev's verses shift here. Let me share his true words about Krishna.
वहासी वपुषी विषादे वासनम जलदभम हालाहल काया केली कलय केशावा धृता कृष्ण शरीरा जया जगदीश हरे.
You wear upon your beautiful dark form robes like rain clouds. Your playful arts bring joy to all. Victory to you, Keshava, who took the form of Krishna. Hail to you, Lord of the universe. Here is Jaydev's heart speaking. Krishna, the 8th avatar. The complete manifestation of divine love. Dark as a rain cloud. Beautiful beyond description. The cowherd who holds up mountains. The child who steals butter and hearts alike. Krishna's life spans every human emotion. His childhood delights us. His youth inspires us. His maturity guides us. From Gokul's playful prince to Kurukshetra's divine teacher. From the flute player who calls the gopis to the charioteer who speaks the Gita. In Krishna, divinity becomes utterly accessible. He laughs and cries. He plays and teaches. He loves and protects. Through him, we learn that God is not distant. God dances in our very midst.
निंदासी यज्ञविधर अहा श्रुतिजतम सदाया हृदय दर्शिता पशुघातम केशावा धृता बुद्धा शरीरा जया जगदीश हरे.
You criticize the violence of sacrificial rites, O compassionate one. Your tender heart cannot bear the killing of animals. Victory to you, Keshava, who took the form of Buddha. Hail to you, Lord of the universe. The 9th avatar brings compassion to its pinnacle. Buddha, the awakened one. He saw beings trapped in cycles of suffering. His heart could not bear their pain. He showed a path beyond all violence. Some question how Buddha can be Vishnu's avatar. The answer lies in divine compassion. When religious ritual became mechanical, when sacrifice lost its meaning, Buddha appeared. He taught ahimsa. Non-violence. The sanctity of all life. Through Buddha, Vishnu showed that external rituals matter less than internal purity. That liberation comes through understanding that the greatest sacrifice is the sacrifice of ego itself. The Buddha avatar reminds us that divinity adapts. Truth takes the form each age needs. What matters is not the method but the message. Love. Compassion. The end of suffering.
म्लेच्छानिवाहा निधाने कलायसी करवालम धूमकेतुम इवा किम एपीआई करलम केशावा धृता कल की शरीरा जया जगदीश हरे.
For destroying the hordes of mlechas, you will wield your sword. Like a blazing comet, fierce and terrible. Victory to you, Keshava, who will take the form of Kalki. Hail to you, Lord of the universe. The 10th avatar waits in the future. Kalki, the final incarnation of this cosmic age. When dharma nearly disappears, when truth becomes rare as jewels, then Kalki will come. Mounted on a white horse, wielding a blazing sword. Not to destroy creation, but to cleanse it. To remove the accumulated negativity of ages. To prepare the way for a new golden age. Kalki represents hope itself. No matter how dark times become, renewal awaits. Every ending holds a new beginning. After the cosmic night comes dawn. This avatar teaches patience. Current struggles are temporary. Divine justice may be delayed but never denied. The wheel of time turns inevitably toward light. Jaidev ends his stotra with profound reverence. These 10 forms are not separate beings. They are one divine consciousness taking different shapes. Like an actor playing many roles. Like sunlight shining through different colored windows. Each avatar addresses specific needs. Together, they show the complete range of divine protection. From preservation to transformation. From gentle guidance to necessary force. From playful love to stern justice. Devotees traditionally recite this stotra during Vishnu worship. Each verse can be chanted while visualizing the respective avatar. Some devotees choose one avatar for deeper meditation. Others journey through all 10 forms. The stotra is especially beloved during Ekachi observances. During Vishnu festivals. During times of personal difficulty when divine protection is needed. The verses carry Jaydev's devotional power. His love for Krishna flows through every word. In Odisha, where Jaydev lived and wrote, this stotra is sung in classical ragas. The melodies enhance the meaning. Music and devotion unite. The same tradition that gave us Odissi dance gives us these sacred songs. Each avatar remains eternally present. Matsya still protects sacred knowledge. Kurma still provides steady support. Varha still lifts us from depths. Narsimha still defends devoted hearts. Vaman still teaches humility. Parshuram still removes corruption. Rama still shows perfect dharma. Krishna still plays his flute in devoted hearts. Buddha still teaches compassion. Kalki still awaits his appointed time. When we chant these verses, we connect with eternal principles. We invoke divine qualities within ourselves. We remember that help is always available. That love is always present. That protection never fails. May Lord Vishnu, the preserver of the universe, and his beloved avatar Krishna, fill your heart with love, protect you from all harm, and guide you on the path of dharma.